charges in Nigeria has been a real challenge amid the cash scarcity. Now, some POS operators in major cities like Abuja and Lagos have reportedly increased their transaction charges by as much as 100%, from 100 naira to 200 naira for cash transactions of 5,000 naira. This surge has been attributed to the severe cash scarcity caused by banks rationing withdrawals. The Punch newspaper reports that automated teller machines of deposit money banks have consistently remained empty in recent months as banks grapple with a sustained low cash supply. It was also gathered that some deposit money banks, particularly in the Federal Capital Territory, have begun another round of cash rationing, restricting maximum over-the-counter withdrawals to a daily limit between 5,000 and 20,000 naira. However, checks revealed that POS operators have been besieging automated teller machines, ATMs, to drain them of cash using different bank cards. Consequently, some bankers have allegedly been selling cash to POS operators, thereby giving Nigerians no primary option but to deal with this issue. Now, what is the way forward, especially as the Yuletide and end-of-year holidays are fast approaching? Today on Eagles Outlook, we thought it wise to have this conversation essentially about the latest development and changes in POS transaction charges. We are also open to getting updates from you regarding what is obtainable from your end in terms of POS transaction charges. Join us as we engage this morning. And the numbers to call this morning to be part of the conversation, the numbers are 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044. You can as well drop a message or a voice note to the WhatsApp portal on 090-9705-4450. So, to start off the conversation, Dr. Ali Ilyas, this is becoming a tradition, especially in this part of the world, and most importantly at this time of the year. Now, one would begin to wonder, because the issues that Nigerians have to deal with, they are becoming, one too many. One would say that the issues are hydra-headed. You deal with, the cost of petrol, you deal with the cost of living, and now you also have to pay through your nose to get cash.
It's quite pathetic.
Yes.
and appalling that at this stage in Nigeria, we find it difficult to have cash to actually spend. That's very challenging. And I must tell you that there are a lot of reasons that could cause it without considering that it's one of them. One is that limited limited supply. When we are supposed to have a new print, there's no new print. Because I recall in my coffers now, if you check, there are some old 100 naira there. We don't see new. I don't know when you see new 100 naira last.
It looks like the 100 naira note is gradually going into extinction, because there are concerns that it is almost,
right.
Nowhere to be
the
found.
one I've been seeing have been mutilated. In fact, they are very, very old. You can hardly see a new one. Then another factor that we are not looking at that could be a factor is also inflation. Sometimes when there is inflation, people know that there is a lot of negative externalities that follows inflation.
Okay.
When there is inflation, you have to use more money to buy one thing.
Help us get sense.
You have to use more cash to buy one thing.
Oh, yes.
Do you get?
Yes.
So that means more cash are going into buying
a particular product.
So in the long run, perhaps if you have to also go outside the country or somewhere else, you have to find a way to actually. So sometimes it's also a factor, that we need to look. And that Nigeria is in serious inflation now. The other thing is replacement of currency. When is it Emefiele? Yes, it is Emefiele who changed our currency. That period, we are expecting to be availability of more currency. It comes with two things that time. It's not only replacement of currency. They are also trying to bring cashless.
Okay.
Right? Cashless and replacement of currency, it's like they come hand in hand.
Yeah.
And it's a double jeopardy. Because when you are trying to replace, right, that means you are trying to withdraw some. And when you are trying to do cashless too, that means you are trying to deny money in circulation. So that's another factor. Then, as we know, which is called common in Nigeria as it were, harvest season. Maybe we like call it Yuletide season.
Yes.
It's a normal thing. I can tell you, when I told one of my colleagues that I need money, he said I better go and collect money and save, because the way things are going, even before this cash cash
Scarcity,
crunch. Oh,
yeah.
is it crunch we call it? You don't do it, we call it cash crunch.
Cash crunch.
I don't
yeah.
know what we are going to
But
call it.
it looks like it's just scarce.
It's just
Right,
scarcity.
yeah.
So so she's now saying that she better go and keep money. I was not wondering. Now said this is November. I said, what has that got to do? Said, and before we know now, cash is very, very. The last time I tried to withdraw from a POS, usually when you withdraw 10,000, you pay 200 naira.
Yes.
The guy have to tell me that, okay, this time we are going to collect 300 naira. I said, why? He said, okay, we are also buying the cash. I said, how come you are buying the cash? He said, I now recall that the ATMs are under problem. That's another problem we have not mentioned.
Okay.
ATM now are going to extinct gradually. Have you taken notice?
Yeah.
When you go to many ATM, for instance, if you go to 10 ATM, you hardly see 8 with cash. You can only be seeing 2 with cash. And that 2 will condition you 5,000, 10,000.
But do you think it is deliberate?
I think it's deliberate. I can tell you it's deliberate. And that's why we expect
Maybe these deposit money banks are working hand in hand with POS operators?
That's not the facts now. Then that they have to also service the ATM
machines,
right?
yes.
Some are not close to them. They have to go and fill them. You have to do a lot of things. So they are looking at that. In as much as we have ATM that will come, POS that will come beg.
And they are everywhere.
Cash, and they are everywhere. So I think that's a lot. And I want CBN to create a sanction that whenever we go to your ATM twice a day and there is no cash, you should be sanctioned. That's how it should be. If not, these banks will not service us again. Right, that's the problem. So
but how realistic is that to sanction banks that their ATMs are not operating 24 hours?
Thank you. It's supposed to be one of their responsibility as our operational money bank, or there's a way we call them. You are supposed to service that ATM. There should be availability of, so that we'll have alternative. It's not everyone that will go to POS. Perhaps if you have, like in my office, I have 3 banks close to me. So why do I have to go to ATM when I can step down to so these are the problems. But I can tell you, even my own bank hardly give me more than 10,000. It's always 10,000
over the counter.
No,
the
by the ATM. So that's the problem. So I can tell you, apparently there is serious cash problem in Nigeria. And I don't know what CBN will do about it, because it is serious issue. Because if we are doing cashless, I can tell you to an extent, I think Nigeria has embraced cashless.
You think so?
Yes, I can tell you. How many persons pay school fee through cash? How many persons will subscribe their TV or whatever, the cable network with cash? How many persons will even have a lot of cash in his hand to pay? I can tell you, we have embraced cashless so well.
But there are still bottlenecks.
When you say bottleneck, I think that's why CBN have to do more. They have to make sure that they have to give us direction. And that's why we will tell them that you must be proactive. Since you know that December, November is always like this, why not be proactive? Either you push more money, or you create a sanction, or you be watching carefully to avoid people trying to deny us that. I can tell you, it is not easy to withdraw in POS now.
Some weeks ago, I think that should be last month, there were speculations, with regards to the deadline of, some of these denominations, these notes. And of course, the CBN actually had to dismiss, those fears that no, there are no plans, to cease social denomination, from circulation, by December.
That conversation they actually came out to say that
a press statement was actually issued,
but they should do more. It's not enough.
But in every nonsense, there's a little bit of sense to it.
Correct.
So, do you suspect any foul play in that regard?
Well, having experienced the Emefiele cash crunch palaver, Nigeria are now more extra careful.
Right?
Do you know what we actually suffer that period, that we all have to be buying cash? If I can tell you, that time I used to go to a particular petrol station, I'll be begging the guy, please.
Oh, they sold cash?
Then.
Okay.
You need to find way of getting cash now. So we have to be going to people that do day-to-day trade.
Okay.
Please, can you give me 55,000? I'll give you 200 naira. It became so. From that consciousness, don't blame Nigerian. We have to be how do I call it? We have cautious optimism that if at all we are trusting them, but let us also guide ourselves to an extent. So I don't blame Nigerians. I can tell people apparently are keeping money now because of this, especially people that want to travel. Because when you're talking about cash scarcity in a city like Abuja, what would have happened at the countryside? Can you imagine? What would have happened at the local government? what would have happened at a core, Nigerians? You see that you have to be careful. And without cash, some people are still bent on not collecting transfer. Can tell you, even myself, that when I want to buy a particular product, I want like CNG. Yes, I want to always like to go with cash, because if you don't go with cash, there's a kind of I don't want to go there. There's a kind of how do I call it, outlook that you see. So that's why sometimes you have to be with cash. So I think there should be much more injection of more cash, I should think, because even apparently, like I told you about 100 naira, it is very, very scarce.
Well, somehow one would say that the CBN is somehow, shooting itself on the foot, because we understand the fact that you're trying to bring about this cashless, policy, or ensure a cashless society, as opposed to people moving about with large, huge chunks of money in their possession. But at the same time, if we now have the cash, scarce, people can't even access it. It would now push people into hoarding the cash because of the fear of the unknown.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we're still going to have, hoarded cash in circulation.
Well,
at the end of the day, won't the aim be defeated?
Well, basically, the fact remains that it is human that to protect yourself, to make sure you guide yourself, to make sure you make yourself convenient at a particular time. So when you see the hand that is being displayed by the society, by the government especially, when you see that it is quite scarce to actually see cash at this point in time, you have to subject yourself to a better alternative. And what is the alternative? Is that the 50,000 you have, that you have also expended, you now think, okay, let me keep it to an extent, so that at least I can be buoyant to buy day to day. Even in the global economy, let's go talk about America and London. They still spend some cash. It's not everything that you have to do with cashless. So there is that tendency for people to decide to hoard, to secure themselves, keeping some money.
But the way we use POS in this part of the world, is that what is obtainable in developed countries?
Well, for the one I've gone, I think, when you hear money in other countries, it's not like it is in Nigeria. It is in Nigeria that you transfer now. Somebody will receive it immediately. It's Nigeria that you do all those quick transactions. If you go to other country, in fact, if you have too much cash, is a problem in those places. They'll say, if you bring a high denomination of pounds or dollar, they will look at you. They want to know how. If you even go to change your money at their own breed, they will be looking at you. Who is this person? Because they are not used to such a level of keeping some money. So I think POS and the way we transfer, I think, is only peculiar, and that's why they are even borrowing our technology now. Most of them want to also go into fintech because the way it operates.
All right, but we also understand that one of the reasons why there's been this scarcity of cash, is the fact that there is something called cash rationing, restricting. Right. We understand that also goes with the cashless, policy drive of the CBN. But why is it always at this time of the year?
Well, according to CBN, they always say that there's much more money in circulation. You recall, and that's why they are trying to making sure that they bring down inflation. That they are saying is a factor that is driving inflation, that there is much more cash.
But can it really rein in inflation when people will still have to pay more to access cash?
It's even worse. It's even more worse. But the fact is that I think it's a lullaby to agree that there is more cash in the society. Because if you ask me, who get more money? Even private sector doesn't have more money. I think it's the federal government and states and local government that have money. How do they have money?
Even local government?
Yes, they have more money to share now. Recall, the fact was mostly 600 billion before. Now it's about 1.3 trillion they have to share, and that's when they share it. It's more money. But the question now should be that those money that those people are getting, what are they using it for? Is it capital project? Is it recorded expenditure? Are they converting it to dollars? Is that what is bringing the problem? These are what we have to actually find out, and it's about CBN to do more about that. That's why sometimes most of us believe that if you want to give even state money, why not find a way like we do for UBE and UBEC? It should be counterpart funding. Before I'll give you money, I will see what you want to use it for, and I will tell you, bring your own. I bring my own. That's why you see about 34 states up to now have not accessed their money, because they don't have money. They don't have money to bring on the table to collect the huge sum they are supposed to collect. So it's a serious issue that we need to look into.
All right. You can join the conversation. Don't forget by calling us on 09087668888 or 09073530044. Send a message or a voice note to the WhatsApp portal on 09097054450. We are really, we really would be glad to hear from you this morning or to get updates from you regarding what is obtainable. From your end, in terms of POS transaction charges, how much are these POS operators charging? All right. Before now, it was 100 naira, for 5,000 naira, right. But now we understand that it is now 200 naira. But that also depends on the location as well. So which means it could be higher, in some locations, right? So, but we really would like to hear from you. What is obtainable from your end, and we have a message here from. James from Tuleja says, good morning, Efe, and the guest in the studio. This is James from Tuleja. First off, the government, in all its policy explanations, told Nigerians there's too much cash in circulation and that the policy target was to mop these excess cash in circulation. The truth is, the CBN has been, rationing cash sent to banks. And this is coming up in a country where the banking sector is barely regulated to the point that cash terminals barely have cash, and it became very normal. How many bank ATM terminals always have cash at all times? And with the recent announcement of December deadline for withdrawing old notes, this is expected. No. Well, we're not sure if this would, still hold water, this December deadline, because the CBN has, dismissed, the fears that Nigerians were already, expressing a while ago. And he went further to say that to top it up, most banks prefer selling notes to POS operators because it saves them the cost of having to maintain and service their ATMs. All this is down to regulatory failure and Nigerians losing trust in the government due to the lack of transparency. This is a country where the government tells you one thing this minute and they are denying and telling you something, different the next minute. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. All right, please do well to call back. Let's hear from you what your thoughts are. Yes, the December deadline, for withdrawing old notes. We're not sure of that yet, all right, unless, a statement is issued again, in that regard. But for now, we're not sure of that. So there is perhaps no cause for alarm, at the moment. The numbers to call are still 09087668888 or 09073530044. A message or a voice note can be sent to the WhatsApp portal on 09097054450. And if you are just joining us, this is Eagles Outlook live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. We are, as a matter of fact, discussing POS transaction charges, seeing a surge of about 100% amid cash scarcity. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Martha. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is Kuku, calling from Lupe.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, morning to the guest in the studio. Please, I want to ask, once I hear of this maintenance of the ATM machine, that is the reason why they are charging all this. I began to wonder, before government or CBN come out with this issue of ATM machine, what was the procurement for the maintenance of the machine? Before now, we used to go to bank and get money. But later, they bring the ATM. Along the line, they now bring POS in order for Nigerians to be stressless. But now everything gone other way around. And now they are coming out to tell us because of maintenance. That's why they are charging us all this. Even in your normal banking, every month, bank will be sending you message. It will deduct maybe 1 naira. And if it times 1 naira per 100 people in the world, you know what it will give you. Where are all those charges go? Now they are telling us that because of maintenance of the ATM, because before the implementation of the ATM machine, I think government already programmed how they will maintain the machine before now. Was they charged from the Nigerian? Now they come out with POS in order to reduce cost from the bank. Now they are charging us higher again, and they are telling us because of servicing of the ATM. Please, they should help us. It's nothing to write them about. Thank you.
Let us know. Tell us how what are the charges like? From your end, with regards to POS operators? Is it now 200 naira for 5,000 or what?
Yes, it's 200 per 5,000. And now that it has gone on to radio now, maybe they will even increase to 500 now.
Oh. All right, thank you so
they will
much.
take advantage since the media house have carried it. Nigeria now, they will take advantage.
All right, thank you very much for calling. All right. So maybe we shouldn't be having this conversation on radio, because he's actually scared that the fact that we're discussing this on radio, it will give POS operators
that's not correct. That will bring more solution. That will bring more
exactly
solution, because government is also listening.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Mungi.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, I want to appreciate your help this morning. You see, the issue of too much cash, that question, I want to say that yes, it is a record that more than Nigerians do not keep their money in the bank. And ranging from one reason to another, a religious reason, like the Alawajis, in the north here, they believe that for you to get interest on your money, it's a thing. So all the Alawajis, all the billionaire Alawajis don't put their money in the bank.
No, that's not correct.
Some. Yes, more than 60% of Nigerians, yes. And there's some, because of security reasons, they don't want to be traced. And that is why, if you go to most of the sites, you will see someone who is paying somebody 50 million, they bring the money in cash. They can't transfer to you because they don't want the EFCC and the rest to trace them. So, and for those who are also going to buy things from the interland, just like I mentioned, those people don't collect transfer. If you make inquiries from those who are going to buy like yam, like new beans, from the bush market, those villagers, they will not accept transfer under any circumstances. All you have to give them is cash. Even if you have to pay them 10 million, they will only collect that money in cash. They will not collect transfer. And lastly, in every sector you see, some parties, like some bankers, they will actually prefer that we do not have cash, in times like this, because they will have access to some as well they will sell and they will make money. Like during the MFA saga, a lot of bankers made a lot of money. I know many of them that make millions of naira, and they wish that has So people benefit from that system, and people benefit from making losses so far, and this is unfair. We are calling on the government to look into it. Thank you very much.
Tarkimi Hundu, also would like you to bring us up to speed. Are you still there? Hello. All right, Tarkimi Hundu there. Thank you so much for your line of thought. But to say, to even think that 6% of rich alhajis, they have their cash, in their possession, and not, the banks. It actually speaks volumes. I'm just wondering, the yardstick you actually used to, arrive, at that conclusion. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister in the studio. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Bibi Blessing. Thank you so much.
Oh, God bless you. My name is Bibi Blessing. I greet our caller this morning.
Yeah.
I greet everybody. I greet our guests in the studio, and I greet you too.
Yes.
You see the last caller, waiting talk, Now, true. Anytime we measure something for this lady, if we be market people, we go take advantage of it. I'm telling you the truth. At the enter market every day. You know, so many people they get radio for inside market.
Okay.
When we say this thing now, see how much they buy. You go back again. Not say they go market, they go increase it. I'm telling you the truth. If I say this lady where we get for Nigeria is our marketer. Now let you be marketer. Now I'm telling you, women, men, everybody. You don't know be Christian, you don't know be Muslim, you don't know be pagan again. I'm going to the market every day by day to go and check what people they are doing. It's alarming, it's no good. You see these POS people, that is why now they use that thing now what market people they are doing, take advantage of homes. Especially I blame the packer. A bag where you back with, they're not telling you, see how much you can feed a draw for your money, they pay for you. Only 5,000 you can draw, or only 30,000 you can draw. But believe me, where POS people go, they can draw how much they can draw. They can even call, they come and collect money. But you, when you get money, you no get that. I want to tell you today, the people that they are doing POS, not be them get the POS. Now backup people get that. Now the oga there get the POS where they do. It's a business for them. The business, they know they enter government account. Now they are individual pocket. Now the money they enter. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. So please tell back and make them be careful. People where they put money for, people where they follow you buy market, they want you to eat. Not you go carry our money, take a do business. We when we want to collect our money, take a eat. You will choose. You go tell us how much we go collect. But if they sick, if they for hospital to go and draw money, you cannot see money draw. Is it good? It's not good. When we say ourselves the truth, not the fears we go collect with.
Okay.
Yes, they are taking their child. It's what they tell them. If they not take their child, they not go see their house. And the people, they not go their God, they not go see their house. And I tell them, they tell them, make the child, and what they tell them, they go do. I'm telling you, they don't get mind to do their own way.
Right,
I'm telling you the truth. Make them help us.
All right. Thank you very
God
much.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. You too. Thank you so much for calling. All right.
She's well.
All right. Yeah. Now,
I could see that the emotion she's using to.
Yes.
I agree with that. That most bankers own POS, but I have a friend who actually.
Can we take this call?
Please,
Yeah, you definitely would react to all of these concerns. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Are you there? All right, we can't even hear a thing. So please do want to call back on 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, are you there? Good morning to you. Oh dear, please do want to call back or just send a message if you can, or a voice note to the WhatsApp portal. POS transaction charges up by over 50% amid cash scarcity. What is obtainable, from your end? What is going on? What are you hearing? What are the POS operators telling you? How much are they charging you now, for 5,000 Naira or even 10,000 Naira? Let's hear from you. Hello, good morning. What's going on? All right. Samuel actually has sent another message and he is saying no. Okay, this is James. I beg your pardon, not Samuel. James says, "Let's take this call." Hello.
Hello. Good morning. This morning.
Yes. Good morning to you. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Prince Emeka calling from Jabi.
All right, Prince Emeka from Jahi or Jabi.
Jabi.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good. Thank you. You see, your topic this morning is quite interesting because what is happening in our country these days, especially in the cities, is baffling. You see, POS operators, maybe they're taking advantage of what's happening within, charging people double cost of what they normally charge 100 Naira. Some will tell you 200. Some will even tell you more. They're only taking advantage of the system. When our former president said the nation is failing, we think the man is just talking. Truly, the nation is failing. All these are indicators of failure. Systemic failure. You need money, you go to bank. The other day I went to bank. I don't want to mention the name of the bank. I wanted to collect money. They told me I can only get 20,000 Naira. I said, what do you mean? I just deposited this money for yesterday. I want to take it today. So I said, when I came to deposit, why didn't you tell me if I come next tomorrow, I won't be able to get it? So let me go and keep my money in my house. That's what I would have done. And you and the road, they gave me 20,000 Naira. I was like, so how do you expect me to get the other one so I can do transfer? The person I want to pay money it's not a transfer. Somebody is still transfer to. You want to pay money to buy certain things. So the POS operators are just taking advantage of this failure in the system in the banking sector. That's what they're doing. And the bankers that get through are benefiting from it because some of the POS are owned by them. Go and do your research.
All right.
So what we will do, let us advise our leadership, the leaders. Let them look into rebuilding Nigeria, doing the right thing.
All right.
It is very paramount. Yes. Let them do the right thing. Let them work towards a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prince Emeka. Let them do the right thing. It is very, very important. All right, keep the calls coming in on 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044. A message or a voice note can be sent to the WhatsApp portal on 090-9705-4450. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Omaefe.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Kalasi. Was very happy to hear the voice of BB Blessing. It's been long I've been asking of BB Blessing.
That's right.
Just like what you've rightly said, the challenges is that most of the POS are own bankers. Sometimes you go to an ATM machine, you see that the ATM is not dispensing, but the POS near the bank have a lot of money with them. And in where I'm staying, the 5,000 naira is 200 naira. The charges. In some places, they charge even more. If you go to rural area, in some places, they charge more than that. And in fact, this is what happened during the time of Yemevele, when we were using our own money to be buying money. And it's like the same thing is happening now. You deposit the money for the bank, for them to give you money. Then, but no, you can't withdraw more than this. Maybe I carry 100,000 and I want to remove 100,000. They will say, no, they can only give me 20,000. To do what? People are in hospital. People are stranded somewhere. And you wanted to take this cash to them. They will say, no, what kind of thing is this? So, in fact, the government must do the needful when it comes to this banking. I don't really know what is wrong with our society, what is wrong with our banking sector. In the other side, the fraud people are there. The frauding people collecting money from people unabated. They must do something about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alasi, for calling. All right. Again, he's just reiterated the fact that some of these POS operators are working for bankers in the country. But hello, good morning.
Hello, Omofe. Good morning, ma.
Good morning to you. Is this Eunice?
Yes,
all right,
good
Eunice.
morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Please go ahead.
You're welcome. You see, this POA issue and the POS people, they are facing their own challenge too.
Are you an operator? Are you an operator, Eunice?
Yes, and the other is.
Okay.
You see, you go out in the morning, you go to bank in the morning to get a cash. You will not get a cash. Before you will get a cash, you will suffer. Maybe you will even look for the cash, you will not even see. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, you will not see cash. And customers are waiting for you. We are suffering. Charging you, let's say, okay, 10,000 naira is 200 naira because 5,000 naira is 100 naira. 10,000 naira is 200 naira. But you calculate where did you get the cash? The filling station. No, if you even go to the filling station, you may not go and get the cash for filling station. They will even suffer you before they will give you the cash. So that is the reason why they are increasing. The POS people are increasing the charges. So 10,000 naira is 300 naira.
Okay.
But we are suffering too.
But Eunice, let me ask you, as an operator, when you get to the banking hall to cash money, what exactly are they telling you at the bank? Is it that there is no cash in there's no cash, or what exactly is the excuse?
They will say no cash.
All right.
Me personally, it happened to me. Just that day. I said, how much did I spend to that place? Go and coming back to 200. That is 400. It's not even far. When I go there, what I see in the machine is only 200 naira. 600 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira. You gather that 200 naira, it will give you maybe 4,000 naira. I tried to get 4,000 naira in machine. I couldn't get it. I suffered that day and I came back with angry.
So you need.
I said, oh.
So you need. What's the amount that you can withdraw at the counter?
Yes.
I want to get like 50,000.
Okay.
But the money is not there. The money is not in the machine.
So what's the least amount you were given at the bank?
It's only 4,000 naira. That 4,000 naira, if they give you that 4,000 naira, you will not even get that 4,000 naira. You will withdraw. They will not withdraw the money for you.
All right.
So my deal is now. I'm getting my cash in filling station. Even right now, I don't have any cash in my hand.
Okay. And so if you're getting cash from filling stations, how much do you pay? To get this cash, or is it for free?
Okay, it's not free. But now I talk to somebody that I know, people for police station. They used to give me my own free. But my friend, I used to call every day.
All right, Eunice, thank you so much for this revelation. Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay.
I think it's quite instructive that we'll get to hear from the POS operator herself. I salute her courage to even speak on it. However, if you look at things now, they are also suffering because it's like bankers got to know them that they actually POS.
No, but how are they suffering? I mean, if the allegations are true that they are also working, with these banks, some of these bankers
in her
own
case
this.
now, she's not working with bankers.
No, I actually forgot to ask her that.
In her case now, she's not working with bankers. She has to even go with fuel stations compared to, because bank is pretty difficult for her. But it's quite clear that bankers, most of them have POS. It's a business. Is there any offense that says they shouldn't have business? No, there's no any law that says but it shouldn't affect.
But how am I not sure that you also have a POS business?
I do not even have a POS.
How will I know?
I don't do business. I don't do business that relate to that. But the thing is, it's not bad for them to have businesses. Let's blame CBN.
All right.
Because anything you created, you are supposed to monitor it every time.
Exactly.
So that people will not abuse it.
Okay.
And most of they say there is no cash. Even banks say they are not giving them enough cash.
Well, it speaks volumes. But again, isn't it too early? We're not even in the month of December yet. And we have to start struggling.
That's an opportunity for CBN to do something urgent, so as at least it won't exceed this experience already.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome back, baby blessing.
Please, I know it's a day for the caller. I greet my brother Salatin. You see, this girl we just spoke, Naba. If they say they do, when you get leg and they tell you the truth, you get what you want. Unless you just start. When you get leg.
So what is leg? What does leg come?
That's like connection, right?
Don't worry. No, this is a legio program. We make people to learn.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how much they draw for back. That question, it cannot answer you for air. We know. I get people where they do POS, where they close to me. That is why we not go just talk with you, we don't know for radio. We talk with you, we make people learn. Get back and make them do the right thing. Make them do people where they get money, their money. We save them for their back. Then some back I go call POS, make them go correct money. When the money come, forget if you go, you know see carry. You know me say they not go give you again. But now the people when they do POS, they give more back and they give money.
All
but
right.
They cannot give you the big one, so we cannot take everything for air.
All
forget
right.
that thing.
All
they
right.
know what they are doing.
All right, baby blessing. Thank you so much for calling back. All right, it appears she's actually privy to some information.
No, I actually understand what she's actually saying. It's Nigeria. The more you get to know person, the more you take advantage of your.
No, but when you say it is Nigeria, I will not even demonizing.
The thing has to be stopped right from up. Right? We have issue
from
of
the top.
Yes, we have issue of nepotism, favoritism, a lot of things. So if you like what Bibi actually said, if you know who is who, you go to the bank. The money is even waiting for you. They would have packaged it for you.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where you're calling?
Danaja is my name.
All right. Please go ahead.
US business. There is no why not. The reason is that the banks now, they are holding money not to go out. And the PS business, if you are when the communication came to Nigeria, you see all the girls, they started selling the cash card and making calls, carry answers, making calls. Where the money is, it can buy credit of 10,000. And then again there will be 2,000. You see, then why not? No woman is doing calls now, no woman is selling the cash card now. And anyway, where you go now, the cash card of 100 naira, they will take 20 naira. So that's so is the bank now, they say the cash flow. Maybe the economic growth, I don't know the grammar where they do. So they are receiving cash from the bank now. And then 5,000, you give 100 naira for 5,000, you know say there's no gain there. And then before they get this money, they take it business. And then those women making it, this is sitting down there. If you get 100,000, make a change of 100,000, maybe what you are going to get. It's not up to 1,000 naira. And then you sit down there, you have to be cheap. How much you get food in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, they are sitting down there. So if you say there's no gain there, the way bank is doing now, if some of PS, they'll say First Bank. First Bank,
No,
if you go to whether
there is no point mentioning, the names of these banks. All right, please.
You see, go to PS, you go see some of them attached to First Bank, some of them attached to UBA. some of them the money goes for something like that.
All right.
So if you say if they go to bank, before they give them 100,000, they will pay up to 2,000 naira. And then they come outside, if you begin to do, I established it for many years, but I see they are not coping up. I have to change the business for them. So to clear business, unless it's the bank started giving them money. But central bank does the cash flow in Nigeria make economic hardship, and then they are restricting it. So that's the problem. Then we should be sincere to ourselves.
All right.
This thing came from bank, and then you go to filling station. I sent some of them to filling station to get this thing. Filling station, if they give you 50,000, it's 1.5. 100, this is 1,500.
All right, Elder.
For 50,000.
Right. Let's leave it here for now. Thank you so much for
So
calling.
thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so much to talk about, the lot to take in. We'll go pay these bills and we'll be back in a moment, to get more reactions and also the submission of my guest. Do join us again.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Wow, this feature phone is so good.
Which phone is that?
It is the itel IT5627. It comes with a 2500 mAh battery, which gives you 55 hours of standby use. Type-C charger, triple SIM slot, 3.0-inch screen, plus the 24 months warranty of worry-free use.
Huh? 24 months warranty?
Yes! Go and get yours. itel IT5627. New itel, new experience.
Please listen to this infomercial.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa. Do you want to work in the healthcare sector? Do you want to be a trained, certified nursing assistant, medical assistant, or caregiver? If yes, then register to enroll for Push Africa's one-year diploma in certified nursing assistant training happening at the African University College of Science and Technology, Abuja. Targeted trainees are unemployed graduates, O-level or ordinary diploma graduates, or anyone interested in working as a support worker in the healthcare sector. For details, log on to www.pushafrica.org or WhatsApp 080-339-42015, 080-550-45801, 080-339-42015, 080-550-45801. For registration, pick up application form at our partner radio stations or visit the reception at the African University of Science and Technology, Abuja.
My people, the thing where they happen for my area,
Do you think I will now find out that you have contract to bring fresh girls?
I brought you from the gutters. Who gave you all the connects? MDG who? Without me, you would have been nobody. But
Join Media Coalition and Awareness to Halt Human Trafficking, MICAT, on I Wish I Knew radio drama every Saturday at 10 a.m. Let us join hands and kick human trafficking out of our communities. I Wish I Knew radio drama, brought to you by MICAT in partnership with the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, and funded by the Embassy of Denmark in Nigeria.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio.
Eagles 102.3.
Right, welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. If you are just joining us, this is Eagles Outlook, live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. I still have my guest in the studios who is an economist and development expert, the person of Dr. Aliyu Ilyas, and together we are discussing, the surge in POS transaction charges, amid a cash scarcity in Nigeria. I do not think we can actually take, more calls, but I'll just let him react to some of the concerns, raised by some of these callers and also make his submission.
Right, I think it's quite interesting that we all have a different perspective from our POS experience, and people have discussed about where the challenges really. But I want to Nigerians to remember that government has made sure that most POS now institutionalize their organizations. They are meant to register as a company. Now, as it were, they are a company on their own. As a company, you must find a way to survive your companies. And one of the ways to survive is to make sure you make cash available. But I think we should go beyond the surface of this issue. We should go to the source of the problem. The source should be the CBN and the bank. Because bank will now have excuse that they are not supplying them enough cash.
Yeah.
So consequently, cash is not available in the society. And like I said, in the bank also, we are being discouraged from going to ATM, because if you go there many times, you discover that there is no cash available. No cash, yeah. So there should be a law guiding that there must be cash available within 2 days, in every ATM. I think these are what will solve the problem, because if you have problems solved from the source, ATM will not have reason. I mean, POS will not have reason to increase the charges. Remember, our major reason for patronized POS is that it will cost us to go to the bank. So we want to defray the cost and go to the ATM, and we'll pay them. So if what we are paying them is now higher now, we might look for alternatives. So I think government should come on board to really do what they're supposed to do as soon as possible because of the Yuletide.
All right, but as an economist, how would you react to the claims that some of these POS operators are working, for these bankers? Banks.
Well, let's look at it from a business perspective.
Yeah.
If someone has also told us that he's not even going to bank to get his own, he's going to filling station and paying maybe 1,500 for 50,000. I think it's a business, so you expect everybody that does POS business to make profit. But that bankers have POS is not the bad thing for bankers to have. If they didn't shortchange Nigerians, it's not bad for them to have side hustles at this point in time. But don't shortchange, and you don't take advantage of the office. So anybody that is caught taking advantage of his office, that person should be punished. That's how it should be.
All right. But at the end of the day, if we are starting on this note at this time of the year, what actually is ahead of Nigerians?
Well, and that's why we said there must be urgent action. And that's why we want to appreciate Eagle FM for bringing this to the front burner. I think most officials would have get to hear this. If they claim they don't know, now it has come to the front burner. They should do something meaningful, an action that will reduce such scarcity.
But no pun intended, would this be the best time to delve into POS business as an individual?
No, you won't understand the business if you join now. Those that are in it, they know how to source what they actually need.
Okay. All right. We have a message here from James. He says, the CBN may have debunked the report of the deadline, but the announcement was enough to create apprehension. That's why people are beginning to hoard cash. I'm sure we all remember the number of times the government told Nigerians they wouldn't be increasing the pump price of petrol, and how many times, they denied scarcity of the product. Efe, do you know you have to sort the old notes from new ones when you go to make a deposit in the bank? Wow. I, for one, have had to sort old notes, from the new ones, from the deposit I have to make a number of times. And this was even before the announcement of a supposed deadline. The charges haven't really changed much. I think it's based on how these operators source their cash. Recently, there was an announcement that POS operators have to register and will now be charged a certain percentage. Here in Suleja, I have a regular operator who charges me 200 naira for 20k. You don't mean it. But when I go somewhere else, I'm charged 200 naira for 10k. So most times when you check the transportation cost of having to go to the nearest ATM, you would just, pay up. All right. Thank you so much for that message, James. And I think this is just where we have to, call it a day on the show for today. But thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts. We are hoping earnestly that the relevant stakeholders will look inwards, and profile solutions, to this particular, trend, especially for the fact that, Christmas and, the holiday season is actually around the corner. Also, Francis Omega Namani, a religious, a listener and contributor via our Facebook, a platform. He sent a message. He says, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Good morning, my people in the studio. The scarcity of cash in the country is very unfortunate and worrisome. The appropriate authority should swing into action to bring a lasting solution towards this direction. May God help us all. Thank you so much, also Francis, for always, sharing your 2 cents on whatever it is that we discuss or do right here on Eagles FM. But just to bring to your notice as well that we have, a hangout built for 20th of December, and it's really very important for you to, take this seriously. As a matter of fact, those of you that have been dying, to see some of us, one-on-one, that would be, the perfect opportunity for you to do that. All you have to do is, mark your calendars, and if you would like to partner with us and also to get your ticket, you can reach out to Mr. Taiwo on 070-344-36344. I'll take the number again, 070-344-36344. This is also to invite you to Dr. Ali Julius to come for the hangout.
I'll be glad to be there.
Of course. There will be a lot of goodies.
Right.
So the earlier you pay for your ticket, the better. Before we hear that we don't have funds in circulation again. Thank you very much. And also thank you for always obliging us whenever we call on you.
Thank you for having me.
Right. And that's it for today on Eagles Outlook. Thank you so much for keeping us company. As always, the views expressed were not influenced by Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Until tomorrow, I am Omohefe. Peace. Osemere. Good morning.